I'm Josh Carroll. This is Carrell Auctions. Our next auction is August 12th, Wednesday. Doors open at 5, auction starts at 6. We're still going through the boxes this week. We are stuff heavy this week. A lot of boxes to get opened up, and we are behind a little bit, but I'll show you some of the cool things we found so far for the auction. They include Civil War era swords. These are fantastic. I've got a Northern officer sword. We also found a Civil War Southern sword. Along with the swords are several lots of vintage musical instruments, including quality guitars and violin. I also found a really great selection of folk art canes. These are wonderful canes. They were all made by hand, and they include some really interesting pieces. Favorite so far, this cane covered in snakeskin, as well as an interesting hand-carved piece. So this one is covered with simulated leaves, but the most interesting part about it is the snake. You'll see a snake carved right here. This is a hand-carved cane. That snake would have been hillbilly carved on a front porch, and he scrolls all the way around to the bottom. So a really interesting piece with the leaves and the snake. Several other good canes in here, so a really nice collection on antique cane. I also noticed there was a batch of paperweights. The glass paperweights that we like, the signed and unsigned, but good quality on those. We just had come in a collection of Morgan dollars. So if you like buying coins from us, I think there are 11 Morgans in various states here. So a good collection of Morgans. There's lots of jewelry this week, flat after flat, of quality, designer, named and unnamed jewelry. That's gonna be really fun. I'm excited for you to see that. More jewelry in the front and watches. There's also Gucci watches, Elgin, vintage dive watches, a really nice selection on this week. One of my personal favorite lots this week is this Strecto truck in its original box. I'm gonna call it new old stock. It clearly has never been played with, or at least not much. A little wear on the top where it slid around in the box, but I don't think anyone actually used it. So if you like vintage toys, it's a great piece. Along with this, I spotted a giant original national cash register. The solid brass cash register dates from probably the 1930s. A nice piece. It's on its original cash box drawer, so super cool on that one. We're just starting to put stuff in the showcase this week, and I've already spotted Gucci and Prada and more. Dooney and Bourke. All kinds of quality coming in here in the front. I also had a really interesting collection come out of an estate last week. It included these antique photographs and family portraits. These are really nice. I think the best part about them is most of them are in their old original frames. If you like this kind of material, great selection of it this week. There's also a really interesting collection of vintage and antique and reproduction Gemot dolls and accessories. The little strollers with the rabbit heads and more. This is a fun little batch. If you like the dolls, I have some of that in here. We have flat after flat of miniature dollhouse furniture. Good quality, and the miniatures. They run the whole table down here. If you like dollhouse furnitures and dollhouses, quality batch of stuff for you this week. On top of that, we have antique cameras. There are probably no less than 20 flats full of antique cameras this week. So it's a really fun auction. And like I said, we're still getting ready for it. There are still 20 or 30 boxes to open up in here as we assemble the auction. So you're gonna wanna check the ad back on Monday to see everything that we have this week. It is a wonderful auction. Again, we can't wait to see you August 12th. Doors open at 5, auction starts at 6. Get here early for the best parking, and we'll see you then.